What's up guys, DPConnect.DLifeHD, and today we will be reviewing Still Here. It's easy to see that this game is a beauty to look at, but does it bring anything else to the table? Stay tuned, let's talk about this game and find out if we think it's worth playing. First, let's go over game modes. There are two types of game modes here. First one is a regular adventure mode, where you make it through 21 levels exploring and collecting objects. The second mode is available after you beat each of the levels, and that's the time mode. In the time mode, you go through all the levels collecting balloons in a certain amount of time. While the first mode is relaxing, the second mode is much more intense and challenging than the first. After you beat every level, you can go back home and not only unlock prizes that you collected, but also unlock characters. You can also buy hats, shirts, pants, and rocket packs to completely customize your character. You are able to do so because after you beat every level, you are given little flowers as currency. There are a ton of options available to make your character look different and unique. There are a few settings I want to go through. Once you hit the gear button on the home page, a settings panel will pop up and give you the option to turn down the music and sound effects volume, as well as turn on high quality graphics. I wish I would have known this before playing the regular levels, because with it on, the graphics look brighter and crispier. You can also choose which language you want to play with. They provide several languages to choose from. Up next, controls and gameplay. The controls are really basic. You tap right to move right and you tap left to move left. When you tap and hold down on each side, it'll propel you higher, and when you let it go, you start going down. It's very basic and the controls work really well. If you've ever played Jetpack, Joyride, the controls are very similar to that. The gameplay is where this game gets really interesting, because it's not just about flying around, but also avoiding spikes, electrical currents, trying to solve puzzles by unlocking color coordinated buttons, and retrieving the objects that each of the characters asks for. It's not an overly challenging game, but it's fun. If you like easier laid back experience, you will really appreciate what this game brings to the table. The object of this game is to meet the new characters. Each character has different things they want you to collect for them. Some want you to find parts to the buildings, others want you to take pictures, and some want you to find body parts for them. It's an interesting concept, and each character has their own personality, and their personality fits what they want you to look for. So that in itself is kind of endearing. I mentioned this earlier in the review, but they also offer a time trial mode for all the levels. In this mode, they lead you through all the levels as you collect balloons. This mode is honestly pretty difficult, so if you're looking for something that's more challenging, this is where it's at for you. Sometimes you get stuck and can't hover fast enough to get to the next balloon, so you really have to plan it out to perfection to get all the balloons before they pop. The regular mode will probably take you about 2 to 5 hours to get through, but the time levels will even add more gameplay to that. So let's say maybe double it to 5 hours of complete game time. Now, interface design and graphics. The interface design is nice. Everything from the logo to the font choices in the intro screen to how the speech bubbles appear during the game. It's all really clean. I love how the interface after you beat a level and during the level select screen look flat, but it's kind of weathered and rusty. That's a really nice effect because most of the characters are robots, so it fits within the theme. Let's talk graphics. I love the graphics. In fact, if you don't like anything else in this game, at least play this because it looks absolutely beautiful. The characters, the environments, they all look so well drawn and have additional layers of texture. If you don't pay attention, you might miss it. It looks like everything was drawn on a Wacom tablet. There's so much color, depth, and life to it in every level, it makes it a pleasure to explore. The depth is added by overlapping layers of scenery. As you move, they move independently, making a really convincing parallax effect. It's beautiful and I really like the added depth of field blur. I like that they thought of the little things. For instance, the animations when you have to collect flowers or the animations of the jetpack to where your character slides on the line. It's really pleasing to the eye. As I briefly mentioned earlier, if you have an iPhone 6s and above, please go to the settings and choose the higher quality graphics. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Up next, music and sound. The music is really relaxing. They have various musical tracks, but the majority of them sound like this magical, playful, almost enchanting and mischievous type of musical score. In terms of sound, for every level there's a new character that you interact with, and while they all sound like the teacher off of Peanuts, they do sound cool. They sound like robots because Well, they are robots. While there's not any voiceover, I don't mind it because the robotic sound effects are kind of nice. They capture little things of the jetpack propulsion when you click a button or when you bounce off of things. This is the type of game that you'll definitely appreciate more with headphones. Last but not least, we have story mode. The story mode is set in a dystopian world where mankind has left Earth and what remains are robots and artificial intelligence. You have to take the role of Pip and visit beautiful crafted levels and places while helping and befriending artificial life. Their plight will set your course for an adventure among the remnants of human civilization long gone. All in all, this is a beautiful looking game, and while the main mode is not the most challenging, it does provide you with added level of difficulty by adding time trials. The game has a total of about 5 hours of gameplay altogether, and for $2.99 that's well worth the price. It's a beauty to look at and a pleasure to listen to. This game is definitely D-Life HD approved. Alright everybody, thanks for joining me. Let me know by commenting below if you agree with me or my opinions. If you like this video, remember to smash that like button because it really helps us out a lot. We are also adding Amazon affiliate links in the description for things like Steam, Apple Store, and Google Play Store gift cards, just in case you plan on buying this game or other games and you need a gift card. For every purchase you make, we get a little bit in return, and it really helps the channel out a lot. If you want more content like this, remember to subscribe because we're planning on releasing more mobile game content very regularly. Also remember to follow us on Twitter and Facebook for daily mobile game updates. Peace!